You've heard me mention, like, I'm a believer in do whatever you need to do to help you love you, but make sure you're doing it for you. And so, like, an easy example would be some form of extreme, like plastic surgery or something like that. Like, that's extreme. So you better be doing it for you, right? Because if not, and you're doing it for others, fuck. The karma from that, like the pain you're doing to your body, your mind, your soul, like it's just slicing it, you know, like you would butcher me, you would harm me in such a way so others would like me? What? Right? So it's like, again, if it's for you and it's irrelevant what anybody else says or does, do you. But you can hear, I mean, because I've done it too, but I've also had to go through major forgiveness process for what I'm suggesting. Like, it's also like, shit. But I had to experience that to also say, oh shit, right? You couldn't have told me that prior. I mean, you could have, but it doesn't land the same. Anyway, what am I trying to say? There's a message here. I'm not sure what the message is. They had just shown me somebody who, he's a very unattractive man. And he has had some work done. So it's kind of like, you know, you, not feel bad for him, but you're like, good for him. He's trying to better himself or feel better about himself. But it's like, is he? It's like we have deemed his look unattractive. Just as a society in general, I think the majority of people who would, if I said his name, you'd be like, oh yeah, ugh. It's terrible. But it is terrible. But it is, we're trained a certain way. Our eye is trained a certain way. And that's an also interesting conversation because I've shared with you before, for a while, I really was getting, it was a good 2, 3, maybe even 4 years that I had gotten Botox. And I really did not need it. And I ended up, it's like the more your eye adjusts to your face with it in it, the more it's almost like you have to keep putting more in because you're really trying to get back to what you're familiar with. And it's not what it looks like now, right? And so what was funny to me is as I had stopped using it, now it's been years, my face looked to me younger and better. And it was just because my eye was very familiar with seeing my face a certain way. And when it no longer looked that way, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Now, I know a lot of people love that. I mean, people specifically go and take all the wrinkles away, put in big lips, do all these things. And to me, to me, it screams, I'm insecure, I'm sad, I'm desperate, pick me. I look like a plastic doll now, please, you know. And that, you know, breaks my heart for their heart. And yet it's like, no, they're choosing that. They like that. They like that entire situation. But they also are likely around a lot of people that look like that, and or they fill up their media space, their content, their intake of people that look like that they idolize or they wish to be like. And so that's what they become familiar with. So if they're looking at that all day long and then they go look in the mirror and they're like, but I don't look like that, they're going to rush to go get it done. The problem is, you know, trends change. That's why they're called trends, right? Your natural look is your classic look. It's what will be with you forever, right? It's like learn to love you for you because you are uniquely you until you're not, right? Until you stuff your face and fill it in and look the way that others have deemed is or is not appropriate. And this is all Karin's opinion, just going off here. And from my own personal experience and what I've witnessed and what I've felt and what I've seen and what I noticed about myself doing it. all these things. And still, I don't know what the message is truly, because again, I had such an adverse reaction to this gentleman. I like what he has to say to a degree. He's gotten far-reaching. He's gone off path, is what I would say, that kind of thing. But he's trying to stretch himself. He's trying to break through all his limits. But how do I say that? It's like he's gotten desperate. But so maybe that's why they're showing it like that. He's gotten desperate in every way. He wants to look a certain way. He wants to look younger. He wants to be attractive. He wants to be liked. He wants to be all these things, which is natural and normal. We all do, right? That's why it's like I felt bad for him in the sense. Like this poor guy, he's ugly. He's stretching. He's desperate. He's trying. Like he's really working at it and acting like he's not. Acting like he's totally fine. He's totally connected. Everything's great. No, everything's great. I'm fabulous, right? And so what is the message? Because maybe he is. But even now, after the work he's had done, I look at him and I'm like I shake with repulsion. Like, oh God. Like he's just, it's like even seeing a picture of him with his new situation. I don't want to be too specific because then I feel like I'd be calling him out. And yet the whole world is doing this kind of stuff now. So how would you be able to tell who I'm talking about? I don't know. Anyway, they showed a new picture, but all I could see was the old him. And even the new him is not attractive. But I guess if you had never seen or never known the old him, I still don't think you would be like, oh, that's a good looking guy. Definitely not. But you might not be as like, ugh. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's what they're trying to get me to see, because I was repulsed by the new him, but I was always repulsed by the old him, but not as repulsed. Why? Because he was in his natural state, but it was still repulsion, which is terrible. Is that the whole story? Is that we've gotten so fixated on exterior? Is maybe that is, because this entire message is all about exterior. It's all about aesthetics. It's all about preference of the physical form. And we get, and then we harm ourselves with that, right? Like even saying that, like that's not nice. And then, that's true. Like, I guess I never found him attractive, but I don't know that I necessarily thought about it. I didn't think about it until he started to change. That's interesting. I thought I just always found him unattractive, but I probably did, but wasn't necessarily consciously aware of it because I wasn't following him clearly, not for his looks. It was like I liked what he had to say. And it wasn't until he started making all these physical changes that I started to be like, oh God, I can see why you're really unattractive. It was like I didn't even recognize how unattractive he was until he started to make physical changes. I think what they're trying to teach me is right there, but I don't know that I heard it. Maybe that's it. It's like we get attracted to people based on their energy, meaning where they're vibrating. So like the message he was sharing, I was interested in, right? And so I was interested in what he had to say. But that was years ago, and I haven't really followed him since. And I guess it was years ago he started doing all these physical changes and started to go a little out of his own reach. In that I think he thought he was being profound, or I think he thought he was ahead of the curve, or this kind of thing. But and maybe he is. Maybe I'm not got up to speed. But the way I see it, and the way I've heard it, and the way it's shown. No. It's like, because we all are saying the same thing, once you get it, at some point you can see people are like, it's like trying to water it down or stretch it too thin, basically trying to steal from others, like trying to get people to follow him and think he's better than he is. He's desperate to get his ego pumped up. Maybe that's what it is. He is desperate to get his ego pumped up and stroked, and he'll do any which way he can, including the physical. And so that's what repulses me. And this is probably why I stopped following years and years and years ago, because of his lack of self-awareness around that, which is ironic considering the field he's in. And yet, what is it? It's like, why do I even care? Like, why did you even show me him? Why does it even matter? I don't know. Maybe they're showing me how far I've come. I don't know. I mean, people could look at me and say the same thing. They're repulsed by me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just preference. It's just people's, I don't know. We do that. I know I do that. But that's true. Okay, they keep saying this, and I guess that's true. I actually don't normally see the physical form until later. Why is that? I guess because I'm attracted to the energy. And then it's almost like if there's a change in the physical form, all of a sudden I become aware of the physical form. And then I form an opinion of the physical form. There it is. I think that's what they're showing me. We only become aware of things once they change. That is interesting. I guess that's always the case for all of us for everything. Yet this is a good, easy example for us to understand what they're showing me, where is that interesting? We do tend, I know I do too. It's like, we do tend to accept people. We just do. And then, well, not everyone. Okay. All right. But so they're showing me, like, I do tend to accept you. And I don't really even see your physical form. It is funny like that. But then what is it? Because it's like, the more I'm interested in you, the more it's like your form becomes clear to me. But then I guess if your form begins to change, what is it? It's like, I notice that. And so it's like, I'm noticing the energy shift. That is interesting. Sorry, what they're showing is interesting. I can become a fright when the energy shifts. But even in the physical form, which of course then the energy shifts, but it's like I'm sensitive to it even prior. And then what I'm finding interesting is, and I'm not sure if this is what they're saying, but what I'm finding interesting is it could be for good or bad, like meaning your energy could be getting better or worse. But the shift alone does have me like cautious of you. Like, what's going on over there? What's happening? What are you up to over there? All right. It does show me, it's really funny what they're showing. It's really, you know why? Because it's almost like they're showing me almost like an animal around different people, where if I see the form shifting, it's like a shapeshifter, I do like jump back almost. But then if it's shifting upwards, I tend to circle them, almost like I'm sniffing them or sensing them, or like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I'm super cautious then. But if it's a downshift, right? Like if they're negative, like it starts to, I don't know how to, it's like icky coming off of them. It's showing like harsh, it's showing like lightning, something. It's something like that, but it's not good. It's almost like it's pushing me back. It's like when I see that negative, it's like static or something. And I'll go away. But what's interesting is it does happen prior to, it's like it taking shape or coming into fruition. Does that make sense? It's interesting what they're showing. It's like, so then if somebody's like going into negative with static and this stuff coming off, it's like before anybody else would even see it in physical form, I'm like, I'm out of here. You're going down. I'm not going with you. But on the upward, it doesn't mean I'm staying either. Because it's like sniffing you out or something. I don't know. I just have in this conversation, my ears are starting to, I don't know if they're clearing or popping. I have not been on an airplane and I haven't been elevated. Yet I just heard a sharp sound in my ears clearing. So I'm half focused on that and half focused on what they're showing me. So I'm going to jump off so I'm not, Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.